What up, everybody? It's your boy, Riley Puddin' Peters. With me, as always, I have the doctor, defensive backs quality control coach, Preston Rowe. This is the Trash Talk Tailgate, and we are here to mourn a tragedy, the loss of another GOAT. You can go check out our other episode on Nick Saban, but in this episode, we're covering Bill Belichick. It's a sad day, Dr. Preston.
It's very sad. It seems like a part of my childhood and just my football, like me growing up watching football, has died because Nick Saban's gone. You know, Bill Belichick is now gone and moved on from the Patriots. We'll see what he does. You know, Pete Carroll, he stepped down as a Seahawks coach. It seems like, it feels like part of my football loving self has like died. You know what I mean?
Dog.
Like it's
part of the our childhood core of heroes and legends has begun to I mean crumble, I guess, but honestly, fucking the NFL, man, it felt like head coaches had bounties. And people were fucking GMs and owners were collecting, dude. There's a wide swath of positions now open. But you know, I think Bill Belichick and him leaving the Patriots is the one. I mean, I said this with Nick Saban. I'm just gonna copy some material, but fuck it. I thought Bill Belichick was going to die on the sideline coaching a game.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like, honestly, die during a draft and still end up picking a terrible pick.
Yep. I mean, we felt that way about Nick Saban. Like, you can't. Some people, you're like, okay, you know, they can go and. Like, you can see them doing stuff other than coaching football. For Bill Belichick and Nick Saban, I never saw them doing anything other than coaching football. Does that make sense?
I mean, I feel that, but at the same time, you know, in the past, like, 5 years or whatever, you know, we've had, like, the Nick Saban, like, Aflac commercials and shit. Yeah. And, like, you've been seeing them pop up on ESPN, like, on, like, for like certain games, you know, he would like do like the pregame commentary every once in a while, like just for whatever. Like you would see that happen. And but Bill Belichick truly, I mean, the man's got like what, 5 personality? Like out of 10? Like, I mean, 5% personality? I don't know. He's just not, you really like coaching is him. He is that kind of thing. He's that kind of stoic leader. He's not really a face and a personality like Nick Saban is. I mean, and Nick Saban isn't even really that crazy of a face and personality. He's better than Belly.
Yeah.
Listen, no one was like, "Oh, do you think Bill Belichick's gonna go be a commentator?" And everyone was like, "Hey, you think Nick Saban's gonna go be a commentator?" That's let's put it like that.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, listen, dude, him and Tom Brady have done something that I don't think ever will be replicated.
No.
I'm not saying that there won't be a better quarterback and or coach individually, but as a pair, that I don't think that'll ever be replicated.
No. No. I don't think so either. And like everyone's always like, oh, you know, who deserves the most credit for the Patriots dynasty of, you know, 24 years of just unrivaled dominance. Well, they needed each
20.
other. Yeah, okay, so 20. they needed each other.
I think I'm funny. Anyways, let's keep going.
They needed each other. Like, you know, Tom isn't Tom without Belichick. Belichick isn't Belichick without Tom.
Yeah.
Like, it's
truly, yeah.
It's kind of crazy how, you know, you need help from other people to accomplish great things. you can't do a lot of things on your own and expect to be great. You know? The other thing, obviously Bill Belichick, he's the GOAT. To me, at least, I think he's the greatest coach of all time in the NFL. 6 Super Bowls after 24 years, basically a 20-year run of dominance. Dude, from 2001 to 2019, the Patriots won 17 out of 19 AFC East titles. And they made the AFC Championship game 13 times. Won 9 of them. So they went to 9 Super Bowls and won 6 of them. You know just ridiculously hard that is?
I mean,
that will never be accomplished ever again.
I go to the Super Bowl every year. So, my fantasy teams, dude, or my franchise teams, dude, we get the Super Bowl every year. I don't know, it's not that hard.
Dude, my fucking
and
Madden
all
teams. Madden. Yeah, dude, my all Madden teams, bro. That's another way to look at this, and this goes for Nick Saban too. Bill Belichick and Nick Saban had Madden or NCAA Dynasty level of success.
Straight up.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
And the other thing, a lot of people give Bill Belichick shit because, his coaching tree isn't very good. He has a really bad coaching tree. His coaching tree is absolutely dog shit. Riley, whenever people say that, you know what you have to respond with? Just 2 words.
Give them to me. Suck it.
No. Nick Saban. That's all you have to say. That's all you have to say.
Just remember, everyone that's in the Nick Saban coaching tree is also in the Bill Belichick coaching tree.
Yep.
I mean,
100%.
It really is. So let's keep the fucking road going. The Patriots very quickly announced a new head coach. I mean, it took them 3 days, 2 days.
Not even a day, less than.
I think it was 2 days.
24 hours.
All right.
I mean, it was announced yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, and didn't Belichick? That was on Tuesday, right?
No, I don't think so. I think it was yesterday.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, no. I mean, literally, fucking very quickly. It don't fucking matter. So fucking quick. God damn it. I was expecting this to stay in the air for a little bit. I don't know. I thought, but also, I think I'm dumb for thinking that now that I look at it, now that it's happened, with the fucking hindsight glasses, I feel like, of course, Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft probably had this shit in play. You think Belichick helped pick? Also, by the way, it's Gerard Mayo for me.
Yeah,
just
Gerard
not announcing.
Mayo.
Gerard Mayo is who is the new head coach. He's 38, or he's gonna turn 30. He's 37. He's gonna turn 38. Youngest head coach in the NFL right now.
Yeah, I've got an opinion on this, Riley. But I want to see what you have to say about this first.
Okay, I loved playing with Gerard Mayo in Madden.
Okay.
He had a real, and the fucking during the prime year, his fucking prime seasons, that motherfucker would force a fumble like nobody else.
That's true.
On Madden. I mean, in the game too,
Madden.
but on Madden. I'm just what I'm specifically talking about. Just want to clarify.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm in. That's why.
Okay.
No. I mean, I know. Listen, I like the path of player to coach. Look at Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
And it's even, I mean, he's also in New England. He was a New England player and then a New England coach and then a head coach for the Titans until they dumbly fired him. Come on, Washington, make the best move that we could make. Please, dear God. We are a good space. We have so much draft capital and fucking cap space, God damn it. Just please. Anyways, sorry. Let's keep moving.
No, dude, like you should want Mike Vrabel, but knowing the Commanders, you're gonna go out and you're gonna pick Brandon Staley. Brandon Staley, dude.
Oh shit,
dude.
Dear Lord,
we didn't even talk about that.
I might leave. I swear to God, if that happens, I'm gonna go be a Jaguars fan, even though they break hearts too. I don't care.
I mean, dude, Mike Vrabel just ended the Jaguars postseason. Like,
yeah, literally.
I mean,
it's crazy, but so listen, we've seen this path. I mean, a linebacker too. I'm just saying, we've seen a very successful version of this path. I mean, this article I'm reading right now says the teammates refer to him as Bill Jr.
Okay.
So I feel like this was probably a methodical choice by the organization. But I know you definitely. I've wanted to hear what you said since I saw this notification, or what you think. Sorry, I wanted to hear what you think since I saw this notification.
Yeah. So we don't disagree a lot, Riley, but I very much disagree with you. I mean, hell, dude, we both knew like that we were both gonna say Brandon Staley like without even talking about it. Fucking great minds think alike. But
yeah, dude.
dude, it's insane. But I disagree with this. This seems lazy to me.
Yeah.
This seems incredibly lazy. Like you said, Jerome Mayo, he played for the Patriots. He's only ever been a New England Patriot as a player and as a coach. So he only knows one way. He only knows Bill Belichick. And here's the thing. If you want, like, how many times do we shit on other teams for hiring Bill Belichick, disciples or, assistant coaches who come in and try to do it like Belichick does without the resume of continued sustained excellence and success.
Yeah.
So, like, you're going to try to be Bill Belichick with absolutely no coaching resume and no resume of success. So, like, if you want Bill Belichick, then just keep Bill Belichick. It seems lazy. Like, if you want to get rid of Bill Belichick, then just go in a completely new direction. You know what I mean? Like, hire someone outside the facility to come in and completely turn the page. Does that kind of make sense?
No, I get it. I feel like
it seems lazy.
It feels like exactly what I thought the Patriots would do, though. Because to me, I see your point. I see your point, but I'm not going to attribute it to lazy. I'm going to attribute it to shystery. They went with the cheap move. Like, this was the economical coaching choice for them. They got someone to do, and I mean, I don't know why they're picking the economical route, but that's what it is. Like, they didn't, instead of doing the thing that you think they would do, which, like I said, I thought this was going to be up in the air in a while. I thought they were going to play the field because there's a lot of coaches.
There's a lot of coaches.
They could get Mike Vrabel, who's literally Gerard Mayo, but with a record of winning in Tennessee.
Exactly.
But
you're not.
But I also can't help but feel like this is exactly what the Patriots, like what I felt would happen, is like one of these guys. And I mean, he's been there since 2019 as like the linebackers coach, and he's got the support of the defense. So, hey, listen, if you got the support of the troops, that means a lot.
Okay, but here's the other thing. So, like, Bill Belichick, like, everyone always says, oh, he's not a great GM, but he's still a great coach, especially defensively.
Yeah.
He didn't have a lot of stars on that defense, and they still were a great defense every year.
Yeah.
So how much of a step back is your defense going to take because you don't have Bill Belichick coaching your defense anymore? Does that make sense? Like, you're getting a lesser version of Bill Belichick.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, that's where Gerard Mayo's got to prove himself, you know? I mean, that's where that's where the split is, you know? Is he going to do it? And at that point, you're just now it's like, is he going to? That's the question, and that's where you go positive or negative. Like I said, man, listen, we've seen this path be successful with Mike Vrabel leaving and going and coaching Tennessee, and I feel like Gerard Mayo has the potential to do something very similar. I don't think it'd be amazing for him to like blow up in his first year. I don't think he's going to necessarily blow up. I mean, that division's also kind of a rough one to play in right now.
Yeah.
If you're trying to, get your footing and start off strong and stuff. But I think the first place that we're going to see the change that he will bring or won't bring is going to be in the draft.
Yeah.
Because we all love to talk about how terrible of a drafter Bill Belichick it is. It's the great roast of Belichick.
Yeah.
And so I think truly most people are going to be looking at the draft as a first, marker of where the program's going, of where the organization's going. And I think Gerard Mayo's got to have a great draft if he's gonna win the respect of his fan base, because them Bostonites, the absolute assholes.
Okay, so let me push back on that. So
Yeah.
I know of a team that drafted really well, especially in the first round. They have a shitload of talent. Like, they're one of the most talented rosters in all of football, but they had an absolute just tard of a coach, and now they're drafting in the top 5 when they were projected to be Super Bowl contenders. And I'm talking of the Los Angeles Chargers. So I think coaching matters. Like, yeah, you have to draft well,
I'm just saying, like, that's the first. Yeah, no. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what we have to see. I'm just saying, I think the draft is the first sign. Because obviously, the reason why I'm saying that is because that is what we're not going to see him coach before we see him draft. Mm-hmm. So I think everyone's going to be looking at the draft to be like, all right, what are we getting?
I get what you're saying.
Drafting talent, it's all about how you lead them, but
yeah.
It's Bill Belichick was so notoriously a bad drafter, that's the only reason why I think it matters. He's so notoriously a bad drafter that I do feel like this is a significant thing for him. I'm going to be looking at the draft, in my mind, I'm like, all right, well, let's see what he is. Is he at least going to be better at that? Is he at least going to give us, maybe pull from a better talent pool? I don't know, man. That's really, in my head, that's just because it feels like it's always been that fucking knock of Belichick.
Okay, well then, if that's the knock of Belichick, why would you replace someone?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to see if he thinks
why would you replace Belichick with someone who all he's ever known is how Belichick does things? It doesn't really make sense to me. It seems lazy.
You don't think he's gonna be like, I'm gonna do it my way? That's what you gotta take into mind is sure, he might be Bill Jr., yada, 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 all that, but he's still himself. You know, he is still Gerard Mayo, and we don't know what that's going to look like, you know? Like, obviously, he's came up under Belichick, and he's Bill Jr. This is the only system he knows. Yeah, but, like, he's still him, and he's still, you know, probably got, I mean, you hope he's got his own ideas or his own expectations and, like, something that he'd like to do. And that's why I'm saying, like, all this stuff, like the draft and all that is important because, like, you know, if he goes out and, like, all of a sudden you're like, okay, it looks like he is grabbing pieces that feel like different, you know, and then now you're like, okay, now I'm interested, you know?
Yeah.
And now we're not drafting white wide receivers. We're getting, you know, explosive linebackers or, you know, like something like that, you know, like just, and now all of a sudden you're interested. You're like, okay, like he's like, I see a problem and I'm going to go solve it. And like, that would give me hope as a Patriots fan. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, you know, it's like you gotta give a man a chance.
No, and I'm gonna give him a chance. I just don't see it working out well for him. I don't like. I mean, you've got Mike Vrabel out there. You've got potentially Jim Harbaugh out there who just won a national championship in Michigan. You've got, you know, you have a really solid. Like, this is potentially the best coaching carousel we've seen in years. And you do absolutely nothing. You don't even vet anyone. You don't do your due diligence at all just to see anyone's interest. It seems like...
Yo, Belichick always Belichicks. He left in the way he came in with this bitch going the way he wants it.
I mean, yeah, but if you're the Patriots...
Though.
If I'm a Patriots fan, I'm not happy with this. Like, it seems lazy. Like, so y'all are just going to get rid of Belichick and everything that's been going wrong for us the last few years for just a lesser version of Belichick and someone who doesn't have the resume or cachet to do what Belichick, like, wanted to do. It seems lazy.
I mean, it's called taking a chance, dog. You know,
I know, like, but you can take a chance on someone else.
I mean, I know, but I'm saying, like, okay. I will defend it with this also. Because I did just say it. Like, they literally, he has had the same path as Mike Vrabel. And, like, we've looked out and seen him. And I know Mike Vrabel is there for the taking, but they've got to compete with a lot of other teams that have a lot of other money that are, you know, they're going to throw massive contracts, and you know, they got to compete with that. That's just the nature of it, you know.
That's fair.
And so they've already let an in-house project, right? A guy that was one of their guys that they, you know, let be a coach, and then you know, as he's on the cusp of potential, you know, he leaves, goes out, and becomes a head coach and does amazing things. Like, that's already like, they've let that happen. They've watched it happen. And they have what is literally pretty much kind of the same exact path right with them, right? You know, they've have a guy that was their guy. He was, you know, system guy, linebacker, you know, goes up through the defensive coaching positions, and now he's on the cusp of his potential. And now Bill Belichick leaves, and they have the chance to be like, yo, listen, we let a guy that led a team that no one believed into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. We have that guy, you know, we let him go one time, you know, fuck it. Let's give this dude a chance. At least he's not going to cost a lot of money. So if he blows us up, at least we'll have capital to work with to maybe go get someone better. But also, what if he does great? And, you know, he is, you know, a Mike Vrabel, you know, or, you know, another Bill Belichick, then you look like a fucking genius.
Yeah.
I mean, Robert Kraft is old as shit, dude. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's playing the short long game, dude. But I do get your point though. Like, there is a lot of fucking talent out there, and they really did just go, yeah. But also, like, yeah, there's a lot of sides. There's always a lot of sides. You can take things a lot of ways. That's just the fact. And, I think I hope he gets a new quarterback. I mean,
yeah.
I think every head coach, unless you have, the guy, like if Andy Reid were to retire and you're going to go replace him in Kansas City, you're not going to go get rid of Patrick Mahomes. Right. But if you're going to take over the Patriots and your choices are Mac Jones and Bailey Zapp, I would think about getting a new quarterback. Just come in with a fresh quarterback. I mean, it's the same thing I'm saying about whoever goes to the Chargers. Now that Brandon Staley's gone, that job's there. And I mean, nothing on Justin Herbert to think he's a better quarterback than Mac Jones and Bailey Zapp, as definitely, for sure. But, the whole thing about his contract coming to the end, and now he's going to be looking for that big boy money that he's earned, at least in a way. I mean, I think his coach cost him the playoffs more than he cost him the playoffs.
Yes.
And so, he's earned some decent money at least. But I think for a new coach coming into that organization that has so much talent outside of that quarterback position, trade him, get a decent trade value out of him, and to someone that needs a quarterback that's willing, that's got the money, and get a new quarterback and move on.
Wow. Wow. I
think, new coach coming in, a new quarterback feels right. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the Chargers, that's a whole other thing, because Justin Herbert, he just signed a big contract this last offseason. But with the whole Patriots thing, maybe give him some talent before you just write him off. Like, maybe, give
fair.
him an offensive line so he has protection. Maybe give him some solid receivers that aren't named fucking Juju Smith-Schuster. Like,
Juju
maybe
Smith-Schuster. Yeah.
I mean, dude, like their best offensive players from Ramondre Stevenson. And he's a good player, but he's not like an all-world talent at running back.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can go head to head with Madre. You want to run the Oklahoma with Madre?
I don't know, dude.
No, I get it though. Listen, that team is a team in need of a lot of things.
Yes.
But I mean, that's also a good point. Listen, they need a lot. They've got a lot to build to be back to their former glory, no matter who's in charge.
Yeah.
So that's also got to play out too. Because you're right, they got to rebuild that offensive line. They got to they definitely need weapons. God, they need weapons.
They need weapons. You could argue that they're the most talent-barren team in the league. Like, they have nothing on offense except for Ramondre Stevenson. And, I mean, it's just not going to win you games. Yeah. The fact that they were able to win as many games as they did with that level of talent is a testament to how good Bill Belichick really is, in my opinion.
Yeah. But he also built the team, so it's a weird.
He did build the team. That's
flex.
true.
It's a weird flex. It's a weird flex, dude. These last years of Belichick have been weird. He's been like, "Yo, listen, let's see how bad I can shoot myself in the foot and still win football games." Dude, that was fucking Belichick, dude. He's such a blower. He was like, "Dude, listen, I could be successful, but that sucks. I've already been successful.
I'm bored."
Yeah, dude, I'm bored. I want to make it hard. How do I put this shit on hard mode? I got it. Let's shoot myself in the foot every offseason and just see how fucking hard it is to struggle through a fucking season. I can be a terrible coach and see how good at being a terrible coach I can be.
Yeah, dude.
And then he was like, "Oh yeah, this sucks. I'm done."
Yeah, dude. But just to kind of bring it back full circle. I mean, Bill Belichick, man, he's He's had a legendary run, dude. I mean, to me, he's the NFL GOAT. He's the greatest NFL coach of all time. Like,
for sure.
I mean, 302 victories, dude. 31 victories in the playoffs. 31 playoff victories. Like,
he's got
that's
more
an
than
NFL
some
record.
Organizations.
Exactly. Like, his 6 Super Bowls are tied with the Steelers for the most in NFL history. Like, yeah, like, I mean, it's crazy, man. Like, you know, and like we said before, dude, it feels like part of me has died. Like, the part of me that's grown up loving the sport of football, with Bill Belichick, you know, moving on and Nick Saban retiring, it's gonna be a lot different watching football from now on, dude.
Absolutely, man. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be interesting though, man. I mean, listen, we've got a rejuvenation of energy, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like that has been something that's kind of been true in the past like 5 years, is that like it did kind of feel like it was getting stale, you know?
Yeah.
And I think in the past 5 years, there's been like just, you know, it's rumbling. This energy's been building, and I think this year, man, with all this stuff that's happening, like, and this year was actually like a really great year for football. Just there was some great football this year, and so like I'm fucking ecstatic for next year, dude. Like, I feel like what's gonna come up is gonna be, you know, football's gonna change fundamentally. We'll go see what it does.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. But, dude, the season's not over yet, dude. We still got the NFL fucking playoffs, bro.
Yes, we do. And for that, you need to stay tuned. Keep watching, because you know we're going to talk about it. We are the Trash Talk Tailgate. But for this one, y'all, we got to get out of here. Peace.